has to do with my independence. It has to do with being able to drive, having to be conscious about where you are, what you're doing, making sure that if you do become unconscious, that you don't hurt yourself, that you're in a safe place if you become unconscious, that you might be with somebody who could be safe or somebody who you could contact immediately to be able to make sure you're all right, that make sure you can stay in the world and not be confined to just either your home or around people. They said, I asked them, they just said that he was a very good alert dog, because I'm not overly active when I'm trying to be calm, to be able to stay well. And he does do that really well. He's not a hyper dog. He'll get in front of me when I'm walking and make me stop. Where normally if I started feeling bad, I would start speeding up, which was just the opposite of what I should do. He's a sweetie. He's very sweet to me. He alerts me very sweetly. Sometimes he just puts his head on my knee and starts pounding my knee to let me know, pay attention.
He's let me know when I'm gonna have a seizure 20 minutes ahead of time, and that way I can get into a safe spot and not get hurt. Just stare at me or just make a low groan or a high kind of groan like you just did. I pretty much got hurt a lot because my seizures, when they happen, I usually just fall down real fast. I can get scraped up nice and good from that. Boy came out and asked me is that a horse or a dog? And I said, it's a dog. He said, do you ride him? No. Then what's the helmet for? Because I usually wear a helmet when I walk around. I can't go anywhere I can't stand up or anything without it on. I love him very much because he's very helpful to me.
Was the best thing I did. Got my independence back. I was able to take the buses, at least, cut the apron strings from Mom and go to the mall on my own, go shopping on my own. That was cool. I got my independence. I had my cell phone, tied my cell phone to him. When I got a warning, called Mom or a friend or whoever was going to be closest at the time, and they came and got me. It's still kind of scary because I don't know when they're coming. He knows that he jumps up on the bed and jumps up and down on the bed. Sometimes he'll open the door. A lot of times I get asked, do you have a blind dog or something? Or you're walking down to a crowded mall and it's like the path just opens up. Or I'm walking with a friend, they'll talk to my friend instead of me. So you just take the time to ask questions and be educated, that they wouldn't be afraid. People ask me what he does. I tell them I have no problem with that. If there's a big sign on the top of his harness.
We give people back their lives. We give them a service dog so then they can live independently. Some of our recipients are able to go back to work or stay in work longer because of their service dogs. And I think what we do is really important. Our success rate has been wonderful. We have been placing service dogs for a little over 7 years, and we have approximately 49 teams out there working right now that their dogs are performing seizure alert for their people. The people that we want to be able to help at Canine Partners for Life, especially with our seizure alert dogs, are people that want to be independent, that want to know when their seizures are coming, but they want to be able to still be able to bathe the child. They know that their seizures are coming. They can get someplace safe. They can make sure the baby's out of the bath water. They can cook. They can go back to work. They can take the bus. They can get to work. They can go to school, but not live in that fear of having a seizure, an uncontrolled seizure at a time that's perhaps not the safest for them, walking across the street, going up and down stairs. Those are the kind of people we want, people that really want to live independently.
First grade, I did a report about Sinjin. Fourth. Sorry. And I learned they could detect seizures before 2 hours before it occurs.
Right, up to 2 hours.
2 hours. She moans and circles.
She cries.
She cries and she like circles my bed and then goes into my mom's room, moans. And then when no one really pays attention, she barks.
I was babysitting and I was upstairs and he was asleep already. She came into my room and she was whining and I thought she had to go out, so I went to take her out, which is in the other direction of his room, and she wouldn't even go into the hallway. She stood right in front of his door until I went in there. And she was crying until she actually headbutted me in there. she moved Kenzie into the room. He was having a big seizure.
But a lot of people think like they could get it, like they think it's a disease. And I say it's not a disease. If I like shake hands with you, it's not like you're gonna have epilepsy.
You leave your child and you don't think anything about, having a play date and your kid's going over to somebody's house. Well, with my child, I was leaving emergency medication in case he had a seizure. That lasted longer than a minute. They had to be able to give him medication. There aren't a lot of people who want that responsibility. You find out very quickly who your friends are when you explain the situation. And they say, absolutely, teach me how to do it. Teach me what I need to look for.
Before it was okay, but, I felt a little insecure. And now that I have Sinjin, I feel, comfortable that if I have a seizure, it's not, someone's going to wake me up and see how I'm doing. Because last time, my mom didn't even know what was happening. And I could be having a seizure at night for like 1 minute and she wouldn't know and it would be bad. and she wouldn't know and it would be bad, but when St. John came, she knows now.